Hey, Mike, what did you were you surprised to even see Diego come in? And what do you, given what he had to do Friday night, and what do you think of the job he did?
I think the job he did, it sums up his whole year. I mean, stepped up big for us, coming in off, been throwing a lot in some big situations for us. We had an idea of who we may be able to go to, but him coming in there, just really showing, what he's made out of. Speaks a lot about what those guys in the bullpen had done for us all year.
And then your hit, that probably wasn't the hardest ball you've hit in a while, but it worked, right?
Yeah, heck, I'll take it. As long as it finds a hole, 3 guys on the left side of second base, I'm happy that squeaked through there. Those are the ones that feel even better than the hard hit ones sometimes.
Hey, Mike, you kind of touched on it there, but winning a 2-1 game without Fairbanks and without Nick kind of getting in the game, what does that speak of the depth that you guys have in that bullpen?
Yeah, to see what we had to do too, they really worked Blake. They didn't chase much. Obviously we know they don't strike out much, but to be able to hand the ball over to those guys and then continue to put up zeros, the adjustment Blake made to get us, as deep into the ball game as he could. I think that's the stuff that may go overlooked sometimes, but that's the definition of an ace there. But whether guys are on your stuff or really being patient, he got us as deep as he could, ran his pitch count up, and gave us a chance.
Mike, could you just speak to the different types of arms that you've got coming out of the bullpen, the different looks that a team is going to see every time through the order?
Yeah, and I think, that diversity really helps us. The biggest thing for us, obviously, there's plenty of power there. There's plenty of plus breaking stuff. But when you go from Thompson and Looper that are a little bit lower slot to, Diego who can sink it, and all these guys have plus off speed pitches. When you go Ando, Fairbanks that, have the plus velo and the carry. There's just so many options to go to. And we do a really good job, and Cashy and Snides do a really good job of, using these guys at the time that needs be.
How many points do they add to Cash's IQ?
A ton. There's not many bad decisions out there, but it can't go overlooked, the timing of when Cashy makes his moves. He's on top of it. And then that goes for without saying that that's a reason why I think he's the best manager in the game.
Hey, Mike, I realize that Rosarina missed the first month or so when he had tested positive, but can you try to describe what he has been doing here the last 3-4 weeks?
I don't think there's much to describe. I think everybody's just in awe every time he steps into the box. He's done everything he possibly could for this lineup, brings a spark plug. If he gets on, he can steal a base. The power surge that he's had just really ignites our lineup, gives us a bunch of energy. Today we didn't come out as we wanted to, and then obviously he sparks us and gets us going. He's really been that spark plug in our lineup, and it's just fun to watch him play every day.
When he steps into the box, are you guys just anticipating anything?
Yeah, the sky's the limit with him. Heck, we've seen him hit balls out to right, seen him pull them, here in the upper deck. It's truly amazing what he can do. He does it against the best arms in the game. So nothing really phases him. And, it's nice to have that bat and that dynamic in our lineup.
Thanks, man.
Mike, you guys didn't get too deep into the strategy against Gurriel in the 8th, 1 pitch worth. But what were you thinking going into that at bat? And the first pitch, it was a fastball in, or maybe a 2-seamer in. Where were you going to go from there? What were your hopes from that pitch?
Yeah, obviously 1 out, bases loaded. It was one of those things we needed the ball on the ground. And that's the first thing we came out of that, that Cashy left the mound. I told Brosseau that he was going to get the ground ball. It ended up going to Belau, but guys, runners in scoring position, guys tend to get a little bit more aggressive. Just wanted to get something that had a better chance of getting on the ground than in the air. And luckily it worked out in our favor.
Thank you.
Mike, your record in 1-run games, these games that you win when you only scored 2 runs, What do they say about your team?
Composure. I think it's one of those things. There's a few times in this game where we could have let it get derailed a little bit, but our pitching staff, our defense picks us up. Guys put together quality at bats, and we just have the ability to potentially end up getting to a starter. Today we didn't do it early, but we grinded out as much as we could, and it was what we needed with our pitching and defense tonight.
All right, we'll take one more from Stephanie Epstein, and that'll be all for Mike.
Like, well, it's two similar ones actually. You mentioned the adjustment that Blake made. What was that?
What was that? Sorry,
you mentioned the adjustment that Blake made to be able to go back after the 5th inning. What was that?
Yeah, I think he was getting more on the attack. We obviously know they don't strike out much. They're a disciplined team. They can put the bat on the ball, and I think we may have been trying to be too fine. And we just had to get back to attacking, and that's the biggest thing. And they could run up a pitch count really quick. And, he knew with his pitch count climbing that he needed to go right after some guys. He landed some off-speed stuff and really gave us a chance.
And then in the 4th inning, you went out there twice, I think. What did you say to him?
We were just, giving him a breather, talking how we want to attack guys, going over our sign sets, just making sure we're on the same page. One little tweak there and things could go differently. So I just wanted to make sure things were squared away. I think we were close to using all our visits today, but in games like this, it's very important and, worked out.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thanks.